So as Redfall looms over the horizon, we begin to enter that sweet, sweet vampire season. Arkane Studios dropped a trailer again. This is part two. This is part two of this episodic series of the Redfall character previews. This time, we're breaking down Jacob Boyer. This is our reconnaissance sniper, a man with a special power after an encounter with the vampire god. Today, I'm going to actually break down what exactly happened in this trailer and what are his abilities. So let's talk about a little bit about Jacob's background. So as the scene opens up, they're kind of doing this vlogging interview style with the character previews, but you know, get the good old-fashioned interview, our hero Jacob being all mysterious and loner type. But this time around, Jacob was on a private military mission, and while on that mission they got ambushed by vampires, which as he starts to creepily hits death's door, he was gifted a special eye by the vampire god. And that's pretty much his actual story of how he got into this mess. So let's talk a little bit about his abilities. Let's break it down a little bit. So every character so far gets their main primary weapon that they can use that signifies what type of style of play that they're going to be. This time around, Jacob is going to be our recon of the group, utilizing a sniper as his primary weapon of choice. He gets 3 abilities like everybody else. His first ability is Cloak. So issued by Bellwether Security, Jacob's cloaking device is a prototype that allows him to move while not being seen. The cloaking device will turn Jacob completely invisible temporarily so we can evade or sneak up on unaware enemies. But we do have to be quite careful about that though, because attacking or even touching an enemy will deactivate his cloak, which we can upgrade the cloak to increase the duration and even lend your invisible status to teammates. His second ability is the Raven. After that encounter with the vampire god, he gained the ability to manifest and summon a spectral raven. Jacob can use this raven as a scout, and activating it sends the raven to seek out and mark nearby threats. So you'll always be prepared for who and what is ahead, and deactivating the ability will mark enemies a second time. The Raven also can be upgraded to seek out and damage enemies in its path. And last ability, and certainly not least, the Heartstopper ability. So Jacob has always been a gifted Deadeye sniper, but after the incident with that said vampire god that almost killed him, Jacob found that he had a few unique vampiric abilities, including an eye that allows him to summon the ghostly sniper rifle. This rifle is extraordinarily powerful, locking onto enemies one after another. It's literally aimbot. It's aimbot with the sniper. You can start dealing out lethal headshots from afar, and then Heartstopper also has a secondary ability to it, which uses psychic residue, which can be collected by destroying vampires or cultists who carries in jars. Well, it's not much of a secondary ability. It's more like a passive that goes with it. In order to use it, it gets psychic residue from the enemies that you come across in a game. So to power this guy up, you gotta kill some baddies. Simple as that. So Jacob Boyer is going to be our eyes and ears when navigating the world of Bellwether. Because of how keen he is and how much of a good of a sniper he is, he's a good reconnaissance. He's going to be someone who can scout the areas, take down enemies from afar with his special eye. No one can get past him. And I could tell that he will be a viable character when needed to get in and out of tough situations. That was today's video about Jacob Boyer in the midst of Redfall big launch May 2nd. Make sure to like and subscribe because our next episode is covering Remy, the engineering class. If you haven't checked out my Layla character preview, I will leave it in a card here. But as always, it's been your host, KSDTV, here at Chaotic Inc., signing out. Peace.
I make a manifest. I don't sleep, that's so weak. Don't plan to rest. I'm from a hood where you die if you don't pack a vest. No culinary degrees, but whipping crack the best. Chefing, hard times taught lessons. Praying every night to pull up in park Benzes. What's my home is what you call trenches. You wouldn't last a day seeing life through all lenses. It's all tension, no sun, and rain and plenty. Full-time job, still can never make a penny.